Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm a minute late here. I was busy cleaning up my palette and lost track of time for a minute. So how is everybody? There's Susie. Susie, I'm all ready to paint your reference photo. I'm so excited. So I had cropped it. I got it ready last night, kind of cropped it and thought about how I wanted to do it. And then when I came and looked at it this morning, I didn't like the crop, so I redid that. That's partly why I'm a little bit late too. Good morning, Julie. Hi, Sandy. Good morning, Ellen. Ellen, thanks for buying calendars. I didn't get yours packed up last night, but I'll send them out soon. I hope you love them. So I had the release of my 2020 calendars yesterday, which was fun. I sold lots. I'm excited about that. I know a couple of people had trouble. Well, they'll laugh at me. Like, I'm figuring all this out on my own. But I saw, like, I can see when people are on my website. I don't know who's there, but I can tell if they're checking out. And after I released it, people were checking out, but, like, I wasn't getting any orders. So I thought, oh, my gosh, what's the matter? So, of course, what you're supposed to do when you do things like this is go in and order one yourself and see how the process works. Well, I never have time. Like, I skip steps, which I shouldn't do. Obviously, this wasn't a good one. And so I went in to try it. And here there's like a little button in there that had that it was $150 shipping. And I wanted it to be free shipping. So I had to go back into Squarespace and figure out how to change that, which I did. And it was all good and everything was fine. But sometimes, you know, I'm running 100 miles ahead and don't check things, and I need to. But anyway, so the fun thing this morning is I am sitting on my paper towels. I have to move them. I am painting. Susie P. Fleming sent me a photo and asked me to paint it. It's of a cotton plant, and I've never seen one in real life. It is gorgeous. So I'm excited to do something different. I keep feeling the need to do so. I feel like I paint the same things over and over again, but that's because that's the reference I have, and I don't have a lot of time to go out and find new things to paint. But I need to put that on my list for this coming season. So I'll turn it around and show it to you. Good morning, Ellen. How are you? So, isn't that beautiful? It's a beautiful plant and it's a beautiful photo. So Susie P. Fleming is on here with us, and maybe she'll tell those of us who don't know a lot about cotton plants all about it. Like, it just truly looks like real cotton that you would get at the drugstore, just as pretty, and I'm sure a lot of stuff has to happen to it before it turns into what we all use for clothing and everything. But gosh, the colors are gorgeous, and I've been loving painting white, so this will be fun. So I have my board ready. Make sure that's kind of straight. I have on big sleeves, so I have to be careful I don't get my sleeves in my paint. It's always tricky. I need certain artist clothing that's not, all these big sleeves are not conducive at all. I can pull my sleeve up a little more. It is so pretty, isn't it? So thank you, Susie. Do you want to pop in here and say hello to everybody? Thanks for sending this to me. Hi, Dee. So anytime you have any suggestions and you have a photo that you took, like I don't paint things that I don't have permission for or I haven't taken myself. There's Susie P. Fleming. So Susie, did you tell me you have a field of this right where you live? Like, this is your plant? All right, so I'm going to start putting this in. I'm thinking about how I want to do this. So it is so pretty, isn't it, Ellen? So in this painting, the shadows are definitely the cool part. So I'm gonna put blue in there. think a little bit here as I map this in. I want this to come more here. So yeah, it was fun getting my calendars, and so I'll have them for my art show. I have an art show in New Hope this coming weekend, which is, it's my last one for this season, and I have to decide if it's my last one forever. It's just been really hard doing the art shows. Like, I love it when I'm in the middle of it, but I honestly kind of dread getting ready for it. But I don't have to decide that right now. Because I have other things I need to work on now, because I want to really focus on an online course, which I'm starting to really spend time thinking about. I'm excited about that. And I have a gallery opening this next weekend. It's my birthday weekend, so that's kind of fun. So I'm sure I probably already told you this, but one of my goals, we have a really cool gallery in downtown Lancaster that was like totally on my bucket list of things I'd like to do. And I was in one gallery one time. It was just a little place in New Hope once. But like, this is for real. Like, it's all cool people from Lancaster, all neat artists. I'll get to meet a lot of people that I've never met before. And so I have to take my work in there, I think, either today or tomorrow. So I have it all packed up, see which things she wants to use, and I'm just super excited about it. So I'll be there Thursday night, because they're doing a like a gallery crawl or something next Thursday night, and then Friday night is First Friday, when everyone comes downtown to go to the galleries in Lancaster. I will be there then, and then Saturday is Lancaster's Art Walk, so I'll be there again. So it'll be a busy weekend. Hello, good morning. Thanks, Dee. I'm so busy paying attention to this. And also, when I'm in New Hope this weekend, I have to start getting ready for my workshop, which is the weekend after this coming. And Dee's coming to that. Is anybody else on here coming? I'm very excited for it, but I've really got to spend some time getting ready. But it's hard to think about it in the middle of all the other things. But it all falls into place. And Carla, who does works for me, she brought in yesterday dahlias. They're gorgeous. So I was doing a little photo shoot yesterday afternoon, which I really didn't have time to be doing, but sometimes you got to fit these things in, the fun stuff. It really is beautiful, the cotton plant, isn't it? Certain brand brushes you like best. Well, my very favorite right now is this Rosemary and Company Eclipse Short Flat number 12. I would even like one just like it, only larger, but I haven't found one yet. I should just call Rosemary and Company and ask them. And I mean, I do love these too. The Monarch number 14 flat. That's what we'll probably use in my workshop. Well, I'm pretty sure we will. I'm still deciding what we're painting, and I don't think you're supposed to do it that way. I'm always winging things, but it always seems to work out. If I think about things too far in advance, then I change my mind anyway, which I'm really good at, changing my mind. Oh, sure. The only time I wouldn't answer you is if I don't see your note go by. So if you guys ask me a question and I don't answer, please just ask me again because...
Bye, Mom. Love you.
Bye, honey. I love you. Have a good day. Here goes Izzy to school. It's nice now that she's driving. Although I did enjoy our time in the car when I would drive her to school. And I just fit it in different times. So I made her today, we'd gone to buy stuff to make for this weekend to the grocery store last night, and my husband always gets treats for his class at school when they have short Wednesdays or something. They achieve their goals, then as a reward they get to play educational games, but they can win treats, and his kids love that. And now wait, what was my point? Shoot, I was at the store. Oh, and good morning. I walked by the cinnamon buns, the little Pillsbury ones that come in the package that I remember having as a kid. I very rarely make them because it's nothing but chemicals and sugar. But I made them for her for breakfast this morning, and she was so excited. It's like a comfort food thing. I kind of think I remember when they first came out, when I was a kid, and it was like, oh my gosh, all that convenience food that now we try not to eat. But it was thing to do and long time ago. Do you guys remember that? Or think of it that way, I guess. Just putting some of these dark areas in so I don't lose sight of them. Good morning, anybody who's popping in. Hi, Sandy. You'd remember that. Oh, it's not watercolor. It's actually oil paint. So this is like a transparent base layer. I learned this from Drema Perry paints like this, Drematol Perry. I had been painting for a while, and I took her online course. And this is actually how she starts her paintings, is with this transparent base layer. And I adopted this and love painting this way because it looks like watercolor, but it's not. So I'm going to go in with thicker oil paints in a little bit. But I used to love watercolors. That was my first painting love, was doing watercolors. So it's a very natural style for me. When I was in college, I did lots of watercolors, and like when I went to school for like graphic design, we had to do a lot with gouache. We had when we had to do something, it was like for commercial. Like if I had to do a comp of a project that had to look exactly like something like of a product, and back before I started, when there were no computers, we would draw everything. I'd have to be able to draw, like if it was a packaging for some sort of product, I'd have to be able to draw it so that it really looked like it. So I learned gouache and watercolor because you have a lot more control of making things look exactly like they look. But now I've tried to loosen my style and kind of go in the whole other direction. But I am capable of painting very realistically. I would say I'm probably still more comfortable painting that way, but I always wanted to have the style where when you get up close to a painting, really all you're looking at are brush strokes. And when you step back, it looks pretty realistic. So that's sort of what I'm thinking of as my goal. Put some yellow and warm in there. I don't know if I'm going to be happy I'm doing that or not. That could mess me up, but that's okay. Figure it out. It says no blue is required. Perhaps you can make it a bit different. Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's the fun part of doing it this way too, is not overthinking it in the beginning, and then you end up with something and make it work, and usually magic happens. How do you mix Fisher? How do I mix what, Sandy? I use my base layer is this product, Zest It. And I'm just mixing it in like with transparent, the same paints that I'm going to use on top, but I just make them diluted. And some paints are more transparent than others. So I've been demoing a little bit some Charvin oil paints for Jerry's Artorama, and I really like them, although they're a little thicker than the paint I'm used to. And I just can't find anything quite close to Ultramarine, French Blue, Winsor Newton that I love, and I can't find Permanent Rose, a color like Permanent Rose. I'll have to look some more. Like I had gotten this one from them to try. It's Quinacridone Magenta. I thought that might be kind of like it, but it's not working for me. I'll keep playing around with it and figure it out. Right, I'm getting out some of my my little bin of pigment sticks that I love. It's a messy bin. All artists love piles of messy stuff like this, right? I think so. Just pulling out a few colors. I want to add a little, maybe something unexpected in there. This one, that's Quinacridone Magenta. I love that color. And then this morning I was thinking this would be pretty with, this is one Iridescent Pearl. Wouldn't that be fun? So those are all I'm going to take all these to my workshop so everybody can play with them. They're so fun. Oh, and I have this fun thing. Did I show you this thing that I got? They sent it to me because I was doing demo stuff, which I tell you is fun to do, but it's more time consuming than it seems like it would be. Look at these. I could get these out. I keep wanting to do this. My area is messy because I'm getting ready for an art show. Messier than usual. I have these. Look. These are all different colors. So these are Sennelier oil sticks. So maybe I'll use a couple of these. And I put the box on here. It'll end up getting dirty, but that's okay, right? All right, let me put you back up here in this is what my phone sits in, this wonky thing, and that's why it makes all that noise when I put you in there. All right, let me do some of these. Get moving here. It's already 7:20. I do try to pay attention when we're doing this because I don't want to go over. Not to mention I have to get to work by then. And my work's been very busy lately too, for which I am extremely grateful. I don't like when we're slow. It's always stressful. But work's been busy and life's been busy and I am blessed. Okay. A little more of that. I think I need a little red in there. Right? I think I do. Okay. It's still so cold. I know, isn't that fun, Lonnie? I love my box full of sticks. My box full of tricks. Yeah, so today or tomorrow I have to go to the gallery and take all my artwork down, and hopefully I sent her images of it, but then I was having email issues yesterday. Here I had sent her, she wanted my artwork by last Tuesday, and she doesn't know me well, but apropos of me, of course, I sent it to her last Tuesday, and I never heard back, which I thought was odd, but then I just thought, well, maybe she's busy. Time passes, still didn't hear back, so I wrote her another note. Didn't hear back again, and I thought, well, that's odd. I have to reach out to her, and being busy, like it fell off my radar. She wrote to me yesterday. I was at a luncheon with a client, and wrote to me and said, I haven't heard anything from you. I'm nervous, like, because I haven't heard from you. Are you going to do the show? I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I sent you all my stuff. I don't know why you didn't get it. Of course, I'm in panic mode. Hate when things like that happen, whether it's for work or for my art. So I got in touch with her. I said, oh my gosh, I sent it to you last week. Well, something's the matter with my outgoing mail at work. And now I've since realized that other people are not getting their emails either. So I'm going to have that to deal with when I get to work today. So long story short, everything's fine. I sent her what she needed, but I had to send it to myself to my home email and then send it to her. It was all my images and but it's not a crisis, is it? Life goes on. There's a little bit of this fun reds in here somewhere. It looks like a big pile of crazy, doesn't it? Especially with those. Ooh, now that I'm looking at it through here, I think I need some purple in there too. Definitely some purple. Oops. And I let this stage of it get kind of just as crazy as it wants to because I don't want it to be so literal exactly what you're seeing. I want to let it evolve and kind of have its own life and its own personality. So I let this be rich and messy. Whoops. I dropped my little cap. I don't know if I need to keep these in their little containers, but I tried to. All right. Maybe I'm not going to do these other Sennelier ones because they're all kind of packed up. Does anybody have any questions? Uh-oh. This one that I wanted to play with, iridescent pearl, is kind of stuck in the tube. That's not good. It's really stuck in the tube. Well, that's not going to happen. Just put that away instead of fighting with it. You don't want to hear me banging that thing here for 10 minutes, do you? Neither do I. That's the problem with leaving them in the tubes. They get stuck. This one's stuck too. I'm going to have to get a tool and cut them out. Maybe find another way to store them. Cotton blossom comes together. Me too. Susie, you didn't tell us anything about the cotton. Do you want to tell us, like, is this actually your plant where you live? Is this at the end of its life, or is this in the middle? Like, does it have more growing to do before you cut it or pick it? I guess you pick it. Do you pick the cotton off of that little? I want a little bit of purple in here too, quick. I need to get out of purple. I just see it when I look through my camera. I see purple in there, but do you think I can find my purple? I was trying to be organized today. It's one of these fun Charvin purples. Here's one called Cobalt Violet Light. I'm going to add that. Oh, hello to Istanbul. Okay, how cool. All right, now I'm going to mix colors. I have a lot out here. So that's a crazy beginning, isn't it? All right, I'll turn this around. I was finding some of the, I use some different colors when I mix whites because I've been playing around with that. I need white. I use my Charvin titanium zinc white. Let me see that. Hello to Istanbul. I've certainly never been there. All right. And when mixing whites, oh, I was looking for that. I found that. I also have to get more paints for my workshop too. I have to have plenty of all my favorite colors. Oh, and then when I do my art show next weekend, I'm also going to paint live there on Saturday. So if anybody's in the area and wants to come say hello, I'll be there Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday. And it's at Red Raven Gallery on Gallery Row in downtown Lancaster. I should always remember to tell you guys that stuff because you never know if you'll be in town. So that's Genuine Naples Yellow. That's a Michael Harding. It's a really nice yellow. I have those kind of out. Okay, so I need to mix some darks and some greens. And this is my sap greens. I have this one green that I like. Lately I've been playing with it. It is, if I can find it, not phthalo. Phthalo green's crazy. I'm a little afraid of it, to be honest. Easily make a mess. Maybe I'll try Viridian. Oh, we play with Viridian. Oh, here it is. This is the one I wanted, I think. Cobalt green. It's a little quieter. Sometimes I can make a mess with that phthalo. Holy cow, that's a vibrant color. And you know I love color, but it's a little over the top for me. I can make a mess very quickly with that. So I'm mixing up a nice warm dark. And then I think I want to get that dark to go a little more green, literal green. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this Naples yellow in there. Naples yellow doesn't make it, it kind of lightens it and neutralizes it. See, it doesn't make it a bright green. It makes it more of a darker neutral green. Now, if I take like the sap green and I add in a little bit of lemon yellow, like that yellow just does a whole different job. And I do want some of that. Get a little bit more of this in there. I definitely need both kinds of greens, and it's nice to have a mix of them, but it's interesting to learn what a different job different colors do. And I thought I would never, ever just intuitively be able to remember any of it, but I am getting better at that. Okay, so I have some nice greens. I need those those really neat orangey reds. And that's already a nice one. Oh, I hope you don't hear my stomach growling. I think I need a little coffee. So, oops. Sorry, my missing messages. Are you guys writing to me and I'm not seeing it? Hope you do a workshop in Istanbul one day. It's a beautiful city. Well, you have me over there, I might do it. Wow, that would be a fun thing to put on my bucket list, wouldn't it? Oh my gosh. I have had some invitations to do some workshops in other areas, and I would love to. Of course, the trick right now is fitting that in with my work, but everything is figure-outable, right? That's nice. Okay. So now those piles are sort of in my way. I love when artists can like have these piles of color and they just like clean them up and just neatly put them somewhere. Mine, I end up leaving so much residue that I feel like I'm wasting paint. On here. Okay, I'm looking to see if you guys are writing. It's kind of angled, so I can't see it very well. Okay, so I have reds and blues, I have darks, and now I should make a few whites, at least to start. And I also got out this, sometimes in whites, I love cerulean blue. I'm going to mix some of that in too. So I'll take some white and do, this green is, They use a lot of that green, but it's a nice warm white. Yeah, it's like I need palette knife classes, questions. I always have questions. There's that like purple. And this is nice because it's gonna have me practice painting whites too, and something I enjoy doing, but I don't do it enough. I'm gonna get more white here. Julie said, "What is that transparent orange?" Yes, it was transparent orange. I don't use it a lot, but I got it out because yesterday I painted this cute little bird. Oh my gosh, here I have to show it to you. I have to get it. Hold on a minute. It's a bird I've painted many times. It's a female cardinal. I'm going to post it. Well, I'll probably post it tomorrow. But I did it, I don't know if you can see, but I used some different colors. It's hard. You're not getting a good thing of the color. But anyway, I love the blue and the kind of orange color next to each other, and it is transparent orange. That's Julie. She knows her colors. Okay, so some of these might be a little too dark, too light. And then a little bit of cerulean blue, because I'm going to think I'm going to mix it with this other blue. Now that needs white. Needs white to get light, kind of. Such a pretty color, isn't it? Now I should have these from warm to cool, but not quite that organized today. Better put more white on. I know I'm going to need it. What is that transparent you have there? Beautiful. Yes, it really turned out nice, didn't it? That bright color. What else do I need? Now I really have to think of the values of the whites too. All right, so I'm going to go back up here. Oh, I use all different brands of whites. Right now I'm using this Charvin. I've tried all kinds. I would say my favorite white might be a Vasari, but I'm still researching them. Like, this is always a learning process for me too. Excuse me. Oh. Okay. Oh, thanks, Ellen. Ellen said, love the bird. Now, I still always forget to say what the questions are, because I think when this records, when I put it on YouTube, I don't think the questions are in it. So people probably have no idea. Not that I have that many people watching it, but some people do. I just have to figure out how to have this be a little bit better quality of a video. Do you like working with Promaba White? You know, I forgot about that color. I used to have that. Let me write that down. I remember using that. Totally forgot about it. Promaba White. I probably have it here somewhere. All right. Thanks for the suggestion. I always get paint on the sides of my panels too, and then have to clean them. But I go through these panels so quickly. Like, I think I spend more money on panels than I make in selling artwork. Maybe not quite, but it feels like it. Because, like, I think this is my last one because I used them for 12 months, my calendar images, paintings. And I made paintings just for the gallery show. So I am, like, fresh out. But I have to order my base for my workshop, what I'm going to use. So I just can't decide sizes. I think by tomorrow I need to decide that. Do you use a medium to mix with your second layer? Only if my second layer seems really dry. And I have it here on my palette because I was using it yesterday. It's called Liquid. I use that to keep my paints moist. Yeah, I use the Zest It for the base layer. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, thank you. She said she thinks my paintings are amazing. Thanks so much. I certainly love making them. I used up all my paper towels. Okay. Sip of coffee. Okay, what's everybody drinking? Coffee or tea this morning? The other thing I talked about doing, I could do this live on Facebook. So I was thinking about trying that. Like, I couldn't do it probably until I get through a little bit more stuff, but it might be fun to do it live, like on a Sunday sometime. Because it's like the only other time I have that's... I don't know how busy my holiday season's going to be from a art standpoint. Like last year, I felt like I sold a lot, so I was packaging a lot. So that would be a good problem. Coffee. Me too, D. Tea. I need to like tea more. Like magic. The image, is it starting to come together, Sandy? Just a little, yes. And it's patience. Patience is so important. It's what art teaches me, I think, more than anything else. It's patience. Because I'm impatient, but I don't think I'm naturally impatient. I think I'm impatient because, like, at my job and stuff, everything has to be done so quickly that I'm always kind of in a state of panic of if I'm forgetting something, or I just worry all the time. So I think it makes me impatient a little bit. Just add a little interest down here. On Facebook, we can throw it up on the big screen TV. Oh, Ellen, that's a reason not to do it. My gosh, if I look bad. That's a lot of times I want to do more beyond online, do more of myself, like in stories and stuff. But my gosh, I get up in the morning, I think, oh my God, I look terrible today. I can't do this. But like I was listening to someone say, nobody really cares what you look like. You're so hard on yourself. I am very hard on myself. So I should do that. Maybe as soon as my next free weekend, I'll do like a Sunday. I'll let you guys know. But keep it kind of low scale so that I don't get nervous or anything. It would be easier to watch the brushstrokes. You're right, Ellen, you're right. get it in there. Thank you. I think we're at here. All the color she said, Karen says, I love all the color you're using in this stage. Amazing. It is a lot. It's a lot of colors for me even, but it is fun. I love color. I love learning about it, experimenting with it. And that's a little more pink. Some little whites showing through there. I got to get rid of them. They really are fun colors. And it's already 7:44. I better get moving, huh? Maybe that's the downside of painting something I never did before. I gotta it's taking me longer than usual. So, but once I dive into the cotton itself, which I'm mixed of excited to do and terrified, oops. So now I use a little bit of that white, and it's Charvin white, and it's a little thick. So I'm actually using some of my let me throw that out or get all over myself. I'm using a little bit of my liquid to neutralize it or soften it or lighten it or whatever it is I need to do. Make it fluid. Okay. Let me finish this bottom part here, and then I can dive into the whites. This is good. Okay, so now what do I do? Don't you wonder? I do too. I have to remember how soft those edges are. It's a little wonky here. I need a little bit more of a brownish, bluish color, I think. Maybe this is good. It looks quite a mess, doesn't it? Cute. And I do get scared at this stage, thinking, oh my goodness, everybody's watching me, and what's if I cannot make this work? Well, you'll learn right along with me, right? I think that's how it works. And now it's hard to imagine going in and putting the really light lights in. I wonder if I should be doing a little bit of that so that I can envision it a little better. So I have kind of the bluish and a little purple, I think, too. I think maybe here. Okay. I think it's coming together. Maybe I need to put in some of my light colors and see. I'm going to need more whites. Okay, and I need more white. White. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Are you writing to me? Oh, everybody's writing to me. Okay, stem. Don't forget that stem. But always works. Hi, Hallie. Thanks, Hallie. Crazy colors in that. Is that the stem you meant? Okay. I know it's super scary here. think it's coming together. Somebody said they think it's coming together. That's all I need is a vote of confidence, and I'm good to go. Yeah, the whites make a huge difference, don't they? It is really quite a dreamy plant, isn't it? It's so pretty. All right, so this little highlight goes all the way over here. We have highlights down in here. Yeah, the whites do make an enormous difference, but it's like it's that patience. It really is, of waiting and not doing it until the end. But it's hard getting through that part of not knowing if it's going to be okay. I mean, it is. It's just an oil painting. It's not like it's critical, but losing faith that it's all going to turn out is just a scary spot. But like everything I say, all of the things we learn in art are like real life lessons too. Being patient, having faith, not getting discouraged, sticking through things till the end. Like they're all painting lessons, and they're all life lessons. And it took me until I was an artist, I think, till I learned most of them. Yeah, they do. I like, and does your eye understand what it is? Is there anything? I see a little yellow glow in here that I love. Put that in there. And a little. And the underside of this leaf is a little lighter right there too. Little how much time? 5 minutes. Okay. I have to go take calendars to the post office on my way to work today. I'm gonna do some of that really light softness, where you can kind of see through to the background a little bit. All right, I think I'm done. I think I'm going to start over working it. So, my gosh, they were fun colors. Susie, thank you for sending me this photo reference. I love that. I love having new challenges and something fun and different to do. Thank you, Suzanne. So there's the reference. And there's my beautiful cotton plant. Oh, Jackie, they're for sale on my website if you want to get one. And then here see, these are all whites that I was mixing. And my greens and those fun pops of that kind of salmony bright pink is just so pretty. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming to watch. I love my Wednesday mornings. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week and a great day. And I'll talk soon. Bye.